It's a bit cold, but let's do this video. So 2 weekends ago, I had the opportunity to go to Ryerson University and also parts of University of Toronto where this event was held, and it was called TimberFever. It combined architectural and civil engineering students and put them into a team together, and we basically created something over the span of like less than 3 days. So for this competition, they gave us a design brief. For this one, it was actually a water filling station. So we had 2 big jugs of water, like the ones that you would bring camping, or the ones like for water coolers. And we needed to support it somewhere in our structure and make it obviously architecturally appealing, but also making it safe as well. Day 1. So like I said, they gave us a design brief. They put us into our teams, which were teams of 6. I got pretty lucky with my team because it was really well balanced. We had 3 civil engineers and 3 architects. I love my teammates. They really helped me grow as a person, and I hope that I showed them new things and new ideas which came out of my own education, and likewise for them, especially the architects, they taught me a lot. The first day was really all design. We sat down, I think from probably around 1 p.m. all the way until 1 a.m. I was there till 1 a.m. just designing and communicating disagreements and handling those disagreements. That was probably the biggest challenge of this competition, but it allowed us to grow as individuals and learn from each other for sure. Our idea started off as this watershed rainwater collection prototype. The column would be there, and then you'd have the jug on top of it, and your roof would be like this, inverted, collecting water, filtering it down towards our jugs that would be at the center of our structure. Then in comes an architectural mentor, and he's looking at our project. He's like, what's there to love about it? You know what I mean? And we're like, I guess that's true. They have mentors at these things, and they're walking around, they're looking at everyone's designs. He comes to ours and he's like, it's too simple, it's not challenging enough. And this was probably at 8 p.m. that day, and we're like, you know what, maybe he's right. So his suggestion was, get rid of the column. Take away the column in the middle, have the jugs sitting in the center of your structure with nothing underneath it, levitating basically, and have any supports that you would need for these jugs all the way on the outside. We're looking at each other and we're like, yo, this guy might be crazy. I don't know if we can do this. But there was some truth in what the architect said, and that was, you want something challenging. This is a competition. You don't want to play it safe. Day 2. So this was our big construction day. We needed to mobilize quick because this is our day to do all of our construction. I think it was from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And the next day, Sunday, that was judging.
Alright, this is our construction so far. Probably around 6 hours in. Teammates all around. Very proud of what we've done so far. This is nuts.
Abby, let's go.
Alright, we're gonna go be eating soon. Unfortunately, they confiscated our power tools. This is our stuff right now. We only have 4 hours tomorrow to start pulling stuff together, and I feel that's just part of the design, you know? You have deadlines, you always feel like you can't make it, and eventually you do. It just happens. Every assignment you've ever really done in your life, that's just how it is.
I think Amari.
That's deep, man.
Damn.
Cut, cut, chisel, chisel, hammer, hammer, drill, drill, measure, measure, dig, dig, paint and build. Cut, cut, chisel, chisel, hammer, hammer, drill, drill, measure, measure, dig, dig, paint and build.
How did this experience make me a better engineer? I would say that the main takeaway from this experience was the communication between other people that aren't in your discipline. From my experience, there's always been this sort of disconnect between architects and structural engineers, and there's a lot of back and forth, constant sending of documents back and forth. And I think why we were able to do our project in such a short amount of time is to just have that, like, sit down at a table, talk about what their plans are and like what we thought about it. It's a lot more fluid and organic, and I think that sort of communication definitely gives itself to better projects. For a lot of the design process, I realized that I needed to just take a step back and listen to what a lot of people had to say, because there's so many great ideas being tossed around the table, and if you're trying to just talk all the time, you're not going to hear all these great ideas that can make your project even better that are coming across. I hope that next year, since I'll be going into my 5th year, I can participate in this competition again and look towards other competitions that combine interdisciplinary teams to create something awesome. We didn't win this competition, but we walked away with a super sweet structure and great connections. And